So Insta360 just sent me the brand new Go Ultra, and I was unboxing it and just constantly amazed at the cleverness or the thought that was been put into the design and all of the different elements of this camera. And I just thought, you know what, instead of waiting for the full review and my in-depth thoughts on it, you might want to see the unboxing process. We've all seen the unboxing before, but this is going to be a little bit about my initial thoughts on the camera and what I'm experiencing unboxing it. I'm just doing this kind of off the top of my head. So when you first get this, it comes in this tiny little cube with this really clever design. Pull it off and it exposes the camera, and it's cleverly magnetically mounted onto the top of there, and then you reveal the top part to see the action pod that you connect it to. So this camera, if you're unaware, works in two ways. It works separately as this little tiny camera, and then it has this pod here that you can magnetically clip it into. It becomes its own action camera. Now, this piece individually, the camera section, is waterproof, but this one isn't. But that's totally cool in my opinion. And I just think it's really clever the way that this works. The screen flips out so you can film yourself selfie-wise. I just love multi-purpose things. And in this scenario, I just think this could be used so many different ways. There's of course a pendant that I'm actually wearing with right now that I have my microphone clipped to, but this can clip onto your pendant as well. So this thing is just, it's fully magnetic and will clip to anything that, that is iron or anything like that. So you can put it on lampposts, which I think is really cool. The kit comes with a hat clip as well. So it magnetically just attaches to here. And then this can connect to your hat, which personally I think is a bit gimmicky. I don't think there's ever going to be a scenario unless I'm using it to film POV, like unboxing videos like this. But this little clip will clip to your hat here, have it hanging like this. Or you can flip it the other way. And you can even just flip the oh no, okay. So the magnetic polarity prevents you from putting it whatever way you want. You have to have it in the correct orientation. But this thing could go and film kind of your hands view or in front of you as well. It's a tiny little camera. It's definitely not as small as the original Go series, which is slightly annoying, but at the same time, it also adds a little memory card slot so you can put your own memory in there, whereas the previous versions required you to buy a specific storage version. And this you can just put up to whatever you want in there in terms of SD card. And it's interesting because DJI has gone the opposite way with their Nano. So you actually have to buy a select storage version of the Nano, which is going to cost various different prices depending on what you get. So it's interesting that Insta360 went to you being able to control the amount of storage, and DJI went the other way. This thing has little lenses that can be unscrewed. And I've got a selection here of ND filters that are going to go with it. I'm just really excited at the prospect of using something like this. It doesn't, of course, have a screen on its own, but there is a button on it, and I've not even started it up yet. So we'll talk a bit more about that in terms of the functionality in a later video. But you can operate this completely with just the device itself. And actually, you can use this as a remote recorder. So if this thing was mounted on a post or something and you're talking and you want to check your shot, you can actually just use the action pod to check that as well. And it has this really cool ergonomic little feel, unlike something like a GoPro. I've got the other GoPro here. So this is the GoPro for comparison, the Hero 10. It's about the same size, but this thing has like an ergonomic little handle here. And then a couple little buttons here, the power button and then a mode button. And then on the side, you have the place where you can charge it via USB-C. And it looks like this device actually doesn't have an internal or a changeable battery, which I guess could be a bit of an issue at some point. So we have the changeable memory cards, but no changeable battery. But that could be an issue. Both of these have internal batteries that cannot be changed, which actually, now that I think about it, is kind of a bummer. It means that this thing is going to eventually have a shelf life. But I guess also with all this tech anyway, in 5 or 10 years, we'll be having bigger sensors and better technology. So you probably won't it'll be obsolete anyway at that point. So that's that. They also sent a few other accessories like this device here, which I guess will allow you to just take the Go Ultra and charge it with this, because I guess the Go Ultra doesn't have any charging ports, so you can't charge this separately from this. You put them both together and then this charges both of them. But I guess with this device here, which is the charging base, it will allow you to then, for instance, just go traveling with this thing, and then you can magnetically, just kind of like a wireless watch charger, put this puck on there and bring this with you. It's USB-C on the other side, which is kind of cool, you know. I can kind of see myself not actually using this action pod much. I don't think, we'll see, but I don't think I'll need to use it very often. And since you can access the memory card from the device itself, there's no real reason to bring this unless you wanted to just change settings perhaps. But I think you could probably connect to this wirelessly with your phone as well. So we'll have to dig into that a little bit more, but it would be cool if you just wanted to pack this thing, pack the charger, and then you could go bring your other cameras, maybe your Insta360 X5 as well. But that's an interesting use case. And then there's this device, which is called the FOMO Flex Mount. All right, so we did a little bit of our research. So the FOMO Flex Mount is a way of keeping your camera constantly charged via a power bank or something like that. If you're trying to do continuous recording or pre-recording, you can then have this attached, plug in your USB-C port here, and then plug a power bank into that to keep this thing constantly charged. We'll have to think about the scenarios that could be useful with. Perhaps if you're doing some sort of a security guard situation, or you're doing something for longer durations and you want to do have it constantly pre-recording so you can save the highlight moments, that would be useful. But it looks like it's got a cooling, like some cooling vents as well, which is really interesting. I just think this is really cleverly put together, really well done. I think there are so many different use cases for this. You've got the pendant, you've got a suction mount here, so you can attach this here and then suction it to something. It's got quick release that's built into the actual camera itself, as well as the bottom of the action pod. So there's quick release here as well. And then of course there is a mount that will allow you to mount this to any other action camera accessories as well. Anyway, that's the first little look at the Go Ultra. We will dig into this a little bit more, including the settings and how well it films and picture quality and the kind of other use cases for it. As we move into the future, there are plenty of other videos online, but I would love to give my take on it as well. If you like this video, please subscribe down below. Let me know any comments you might have about the Go Ultra. I will try and give you my true and honest opinions on them. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.